Can algorithms dream in their silicon core? Questions echo as we explore. Some see innovation, others see cost. Will our souls in this fusion be lost? The circuits and souls collide for creativity's tide to ride. As the dialogue builds, the dialogues break. In the silent hum of circuits we awake. We search for meaning in codes of light, a reflection of self in a virtual night.
Hi, my name is Aaron, and I teach at a pair of junior colleges. And at one of the schools, they asked me to participate in a panel discussion about AI. And my first thought was, why are they asking me? I don't do anything special with AI. But then the more I thought about it, I realized maybe it came from a little comment that I made about using Adobe products. And I teach mostly in Adobe Photoshop and in Adobe Illustrator. And they have recently introduced AI into the software, and it's totally unavoidable. I mean, just look at the commercials that they're promoting now. Even if you don't find it in the software immediately, which you will, even if you know very little about the software and its AI capabilities, you are being bombarded with these Adobe ads, at least here on YouTube, saying, you know, skip the photographer, generate a photograph, generate anything you want, and it's showing that you can do this. So students come into the classroom knowing it. Maybe 5 or 6 years ago, there's this thing, it's still in Adobe Illustrator, and there's this thing called auto trace. And I wouldn't tell my students about it to literally the very last day of class, because I didn't want them to rely on it as a crutch. I wanted them to develop their drawing skills, and having this crutch, it can be easy not to do that. Say, hey, look, here's something that can help you in a pinch, or say you have a family member ask you to do some work for free and you don't feel like doing it, you can use auto trace. For an amateur, this would work perfectly for them in many cases. And I have used this in a professional situation as well, where you need to get something done very quickly. You need to make it look artsy. So you run auto trace, which is basically a filter, and you can either enhance it or tweak it and improve on it, or go with it as is. So I wanted my students to know that that's there. So I want them to learn their basic skills without becoming dependent on this, and in a sense, and literally hampering their artistic development. Now in recent years, when you open up, say, Adobe Photoshop, they have this thing called the contextual taskbar, and it's right there, and you see generate. You know, it just says you can make something here, generate AI. You can't avoid it. So I'm forced to teach them this. I'd prefer to skip this for now and teach them the basics, and then at the end of the semester, teach them how to use the AI. But now, again, it's right there in your face. Some students will use it. Some students aren't adventurous enough to try it and learn anything beyond what you're teaching them. And so I'm forced to teach the students how to use the AI. For me, it's a double-edged sword. You can skip the artist and create something on your own, or if you use something like Midjourney or something. I just recently watched a video where a guy was saying that years ago he wrote a book. Actually, it was Shapiro, I forget his name. And he's if you're interested in learning more about AI, check him out. He does videos on AI, but he's stepping back from the AI right now. But look for a link below. But what he says is he wrote a book. And the first time he hired a professional, and it cost him $1,800 to create the cover for his book. And now he wrote a second book, and he just goes to Midjourney, and he says that the AI can produce it. What's his words? Better, faster. Well, actually, he didn't say better than the other one, but he said people a lot of times prefer the AI art, at least for science fiction. They prefer the AI art. But anyway, he said it was better, faster, and cheaper. You know, in a situation like that, people are going to lose out. But anyway, I'm getting on the side. This is actually just to kind of lead up to this little artistic journey that I when exploring on, because I do art. I'm going to show you some of the things that I've done with AI in art, and I have used it professionally, but sometimes I'll use it to do sketches, and other time, to generate ideas. And there are other times when I'll just tell them, do you want this that cheap? I can do it with AI. All right. So there's this old joke where it says, there's a bear. You see these two guys are in the woods and they see a bear, and the first guy stops, bend over, and puts on his tennis shoes. And the other guy says, "What are you doing?" "The bear is coming. Let's go. Let's run." And he goes, I don't have to outrun the bear. I only have to outrun you. So that's basically it. But I think that's the case to a certain extent. Who knows what AI is going to lead to? It's a complete unknown. And personally, I am afraid of it. But at the same time, it is a lot of fun. So this is a journey that I took where I wanted to see if I could write a song. But at the time, I didn't know that I was going to make a video out of this, so I did not save that information. But I went to ChatGPT. This is just the free version. I didn't have to sign in or anything. And I typed in that I wanted it to create lyrics for a song. And the song is about co-creating with AI. And I'm going to try this again. And I'm going to type in, hello, chat. Hang on, whoops, chat GPT. I always say hi to the thing, just in case. One day. Hello, how's your day going? Oh, how's my day going? It is going well. And you? I'm doing great. Thanks. What's on your mind today? I want to know if you can write me lyrics about co-creating art with AI. I want both positive and negative, I don't know, feedback, comments, negative points made. And when I wrote this before, I said that it's going to be at in Peekskill and a location. So when the actual story that I originally gave was about that, this one is just about straight up just co-creating with AI. And here we go. Oh, and I said there's going to be an artistic talking about art. But let's just see. This one's kind of open-ended. So I'm going to see what it gives me. Okay, sure. Here it is. In the glow of a screen, ideas ignite. Brushstrokes of code, bringing dreams to light. We dance with the data, paint outside the lines, creating together where the human heart shines. Oh, we're crafting a canvas, both digital and real, exploring the edge of what we feel. But are we losing the touch, the soul of the art? Is the blend of the old and the new we impart? With algorithms humming, we find new ways to see endless inspirations, a boundless tapestry. Yet whispers of doubt creep into the night. In the spark of creation, dimmed is the light. Anyway, I'm just having a little fun with this. This just blows my mind that from those few simple words, you can do this. Now, I did this, and I'll show you the lyrics that I originally had. And I did a little exploration, and I came up and I found a place called Inos. Udio. And I found a place where you can create songs called Udio. And there was actually, I don't know if I could play it, but let me type it, udo.com. And there was a song in here. It was, I forget, it was Rick, he's a music guy, and this is where I learned about Udio, and he talked about this song Carolina O, which I really like. It's sort of a country song, but if you come over here to Udio, I signed up for an account, and I put the lyrics in. A lot of these accounts you have to, they of course want you to pay for them, but my goal was to do everything free. So what I ended up doing was I had this create a song. I put the lyrics into Udio, and it ended up changing it. Maybe I spent 2.5 hours playing around with this and I got this song. It's just shocking to me how easy it was. And occasionally, it's very rare that I see new technology or something like this and I get emotional. I actually felt an emotion when I saw this. A lot of people say that AI cannot create emotion. It's hollow. It has no soul. And my proposition is, if it has no soul, but it touches your soul, what difference does it make? So all of this is coming, and I think we all just need to learn with it, get on it. The horse is out of the barn, as they say. There's no stopping it now. No matter what we do, we still have to address it. You can't just put your head in the sand and hope it will pass you over. So I created this song, and I'm going to play it.
In peak skills halls where the voices rise, creatives gather under bright open skies. Can machines create what the heart can feel, or is art's true magic something we conceal? The dance with data the brush proclaims. Can I find the path where artists drove? With pixels and dreams we paint the night, but in the echoes our voices entwine, navigating the boundary of defined. A synthesis of tech of heart and hand, we guide it with love or quicksand. Harmonize with wires and lines, and the synergy where truth aligns. Partners in crime or just by design, we write our story defined. The circuits and souls collide for creativity's tied to ride. In the studio glow where ideas take flight, a blend of the human digital light. Can we trust what's crafted in silicon's heart, or is every creation a world apart? Strums and clicks, the rhythm of lines, boundaries blur as melody entwined.
I'm gonna play it later, but after I wrote the song here on Udeo, after this song was made for me here on Udeo, or after we made the song, I felt some of the words were a bit muddled. So after that, I decided, I have to sit down and really listen to it and try to figure out these words. So what I did is I was talking to a friend of mine who's a writer, and she told me how she uses, or at least I don't know if she still does, uses a person. She hires a person to create transcripts from audio interviews, but now she uses AI. So it's kind of interesting that now she uses AI, and I'm just throwing this in there as a little extra to see how very slowly jobs are being replaced. Little people are losing money. David Shapiro. Okay, so and David Shapiro says that he thinks early on that a lot of the people that lose jobs or lose work will be freelancers. And I can agree with that, because if you want a logo and you're a regular person, you can go pay a freelancer $500, or, you can just make a subscription to Midjourney and it'll cost you $20 a month, and then you create a logo there, and then you end the subscription after a couple of months or a month. So it's kind of scary. So anyway, that's just one way that I see someone losing a job, and you don't even know you've lost the job when it comes to freelance. So the AI transcripting service that I use is called Noda. I had to break it into two parts to be able to use it for free, because they want you to pay for it. They only transcribe a portion of any given thing. So I broke it into two, but I wanted to show how this works, and I uploaded it, and now I basically have the follow along lyrics for the song.
Partners in crime or just by design, we write our story defined. The circuits and souls collide for creativity's tied to ride. In the studio glow where ideas take flight, a blend of the human digital light. Can we trust what's crafted in silicon's heart, or is every creation a world apart?
And it clarified a lot of those lyrics that were kind of muddled that I couldn't understand. Then I got that urge to, I'm not a musician. At least I definitely don't consider myself a musician. I have a ukulele, and when I was a kid, I used to play the piano, take piano lessons. And I want to be able to sing this and play it on the ukulele, but it would take me forever to do this. And transcribing it would be difficult. So I thought there has to be a transcribing software out there. So I gave it a quick search, music tabs from AI recording. There we go. And I found Klangio. I don't know if it's Klangio or Klangio. I'm assuming Klangio. And I tried it, and these are my results. Now, at this point, I'm totally blown away. This is actually music for the piano. I figure I can go play around with that and see what it sounds like. But then I discover there is a place right here at the bottom, original sound and then generated sound. So now I'm super excited so I can play it without actually having to spend, 45 minutes at the piano struggling through actually playing it. Here's what I got. Okay, not stellar results. So you win some, you lose some. But the technology, they're working on it. It will get there. It's just not there now. So anyway, all in all, this is just to show you my journey on how I was able to create a song. And it was a fun experience. But it was fun, but at the same time, it scared me. Now, it took me about 2.5 hours to do all this in total. And it was a really fun experience to do this for me. And I did, or including the AI, we did create something new that didn't exist before. But it's also kind of scary. And I'm hoping to start a discussion down below about AI and see what other people think about how it's affecting you already, and what your fears and hopes are for AI. I mean, right now things are dying down. They're saying it's super expensive and it's not going to happen the same, as quickly as you thought. But things are happening now. And I guess it's just a matter of waiting to see what happens. So I'm just going to get in here and jump on the bandwagon, have some fun, because I don't have to outrun the bear, at least for now.
In peak skills halls where the voices rise, creators gather under bright open skies. Can machines create what the heart can feel, or is art's true magic something we conceal? The dance with data the brush proclaims. Can I find the path where artists drove? With pixels and dreams we paint the night, but in the echoes our voices entwine, navigating the boundary of defined. A synthesis of tech, of heart and hand, we guide it with love or quicksand. Harmonize with wires and lines, and the synergy where truth aligns. Partners in crime or just by design, we write our story defined. The circuits and souls collide for free giftaries tied to ride. In the studio glow where ideas take flight, a blend of the human digital light. Can we trust what's crafted in silicon's heart, or is every creation a world apart? With strums and clicks, the rhythm aligns, boundaries blur as melody entwines. We see the potential in other voice sings, songs written with AI give our words wings. It's a new horizon, a canvas so wide, uniting our visions forever amplified. In symphonies of zeros and ones, echoes of who we were yet to become. Can the spark of code set the world on fire? Do cold calculations kill desire? Let's circuits and souls souls collide for creativity side to ride. In the studio blow where ideas take flight, a blend of the human digital lives. We walk the razor's edge, fine yet free. In this dance of dreams, who will we be? We sketch the universe to binary paint, where imagination knows no constraint. Can algorithm dream in nights untold, or does it lack the breath, the daring bold? Carve out creation's code like clay, molding tomorrow with what we say. In circuits humming our echoes reside, a brave new world where visions abide. Let circuits and souls collide for creativity's tide to ride. In these coded lines we find our truth, a synthesis of heartbeats and data sleuths. Can we dance in tandem beyond the screen, where art's essence and out our rhythms convene? Let circuits and souls collide in this landscape where visions abide. On the edge of discovery's light, we craft a world, future and past ignite. Every melody is a thread we weave, building the tapestry we dare to believe. As the dialogue builds, the dialogues break. In the silent hum of circuits we awake. We search for meaning in codes of light, a reflection of self in a virtual night. Can algorithms dream in their silicon core? Questions echo as we explore. Some see innovation, others see cost. Will our souls in this fusion be lost? The circuits and souls collide for creativity's tide to ride.